2 races left before the Target Series chase, and the Brickyard stands in the way. We're here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the Indiana 250. On the pole is the 24 of Charles Robert, 2 is outside the 1 of Jeff Wright. Then 30 of Danny Lloyd, Matt Hamill in 4th, and Michael Sanders rounds out the top 5. Then 60 of Diego Yepes, 7th William Bullen, 8th Justin Knight, 9th Jay Jefferson, and Landon Lyons rounds out the top 10. The rest of the field is Steve Larkin in the 51 with Jennifer Beefer in the 62. Then there's Adam McDowell and William Seaman. They have Stephen Baker and Luke Rainey, along with Lawrence Palapon and Isaac Nichols, Michael Canto and Riley Spurley-Tube. Then there's Anthony Lehman and Jake Galloway, Andrew Miller and Trey Rainey, and Eli Bright and Marshall Burrow, Sebastian Kugelon and Alexander Rowe. They have Gustavo Rocha and Cole Tillot, both Alex Stewart and Carson Bowers. Then there's Max Anderson and TJ Hanley, Code Luigi and Bill Seaman, and Johnny Gardner and Joey Trickle, Jonathan Wong and Jonathan Buford, and in the final row, Greg Lee in the 6 with Clayton Thomas in the 5 to his outside. That's your 42-car starting lap here at the Brickyard. Let's get going with our starting command.
Gentlemen, start your engine.
All right, boys, pace and rhythm all day today. Driver's department, crew chief, pit crew. Pace and rhythm all day, that's all we need.
And our field of cars rolls off the starting grid here to go racing at the famed Indianapolis Motor Speedway. 2 races left before we get to the chase. Many drivers on edge. They need great results here at Indianapolis to give themselves a chance to get into the chase. 15 laps here around this 2.5 mile square, rectangle, I guess you could say, here in Indiana. Charles Robert, Jeff Bright on the front row. As they come off of turn number 4, the pace car will make the left-hand turn to pit road. Robert will have control of this start. 15 laps in the Indiana 250. Let's get going. Down this long front stretch into the restart zone. We are racing at Indianapolis, green flag in the air. From 3rd, Danny Lloyd leads lap number 1. Charles Robert falls back to 3rd from the pole. Here comes Michael Sanders in the 11, looking for the race leads. They come off of turn number 1, gets a little tight, and here comes William Bolton in the 74 to the bottom lane for a second as they come off turn number 2. Side by side down the backstretch. Bolton with the push from Jay Jefferson to get him clear of Michael Sanders down the backstretch. Now the 28 might be looking on the 74 as they go into turn number 3. Bolton with the run, can't get beside Danny Lloyd. He does. He gets a nose down there. Side by side for the race as they come off turn number 3. And through 4. Bullen off of 4. He wants to lead the lap and get 5 bonus points. I think he's going to get it done. Bullen down the front stretch. 5 points for him towards the point standings. Jay Jefferson wants 5 bonus points as well. He's just on the edge again, a wild card spot. Here is to the bottom lane for the race lead. Jeffrey Buford behind him in the 62 car. And William Seaman, your points leader in the 00, come up to the front with a push from behind by Stephen Baker. Doesn't look like Jefferson's going to get that lap led bonus though. Here comes Jeffrey Buford to the bottom lane down the back. 62 car does get beside the 28 and pulling him off into turn number 3. Yep, on the bottom lane, I see 3 of the top 4 points. You have William Seaman right here, right now in the 2nd position. Lawrence Palapon a few cars behind him. And Andrew Miller, 2nd in points, a few cars behind them. So here comes Seaman down the front stretch, trying to lead the lap, get 5 bonus points, trying to keep that points lead. Down the front stretch they come to the stripe. Who's going to lead the lap? Seaman by a nose leads lap at number 3 and gets 5 bonus points. Here comes Stephen Baker in the 23. He needs a great result as well. He's on the edge of making the chase. They come into turn number 2. Baker to the inside. One of those 5 bonus points. Digging hard in the bottom lane. And Lawrence Palapon there in the 39 pushing him. Pound Pound trying to get up there back to the points lead. Baker push clears. They come off into turn number 3. So Stephanie Baker gets clear, gets away. Here comes Lawrence Pound Pound to the bottom lane for the race lead. They go into turn number 4. Baker cannot stay clear. Pound Pound down low is going to get to the race lead. And off of turn number 4. Side by side again to lead the lap. This time Lawrence Pound Pound down low is going to lead it. He's going to get 5 bonus points. He leads lap 4. Big push from Anthony Lehman in the 3 car. Trey Rain the 18. Andrew Miller in the 52. Second in points coming up to the front. 39 gets clear. The 3 will move to the inside as they come into turn number 2. And time is running out here. 10 laps to go this time by. Gonna be 5 laps complete. Side by side down the back, Anthony Lehman pushed by the 39 of Lawrence Pound Pound. So Lehman clears. He moves up to the track. Here comes the 18 Trey Rain looking low, but couldn't get down there. They go through 3. Trey Rain now gets to the bottom lane as they come off of 3. And through 4. Trey Rain to the inside. He'll get clear, at least get ahead of the 3 of Lehman. And down the front stretch they come. The 18 Trey Rain going to lead this lap for 5 bonus points. 10 laps to go at the Brickyard. Trey Rain leads. Here comes Miller second in points to the bottom lane, challenging. Marshall Burrow behind him. Justin Knight behind him. Alex Stewart behind him. And Luke Rain, the 22, also on the bottom lane as Andrew Miller clears for the race lead off of turn number 2. He moves up. Here comes the 4 Burrow to the inside down the back. Gets a little tight, but if he can get that push from the 9, he'll be able to get beside that 52 and get by him. And he gets that push. He's going to get by the 52. So Marshall Burrow side by side with Andrew Miller into turn number 3. Burrow in the 4 car grabs the race off of turn number 3. Justin Knight in the 9 looking low. Marshall Burrow, Justin Knight side by side, the 4 up top, the 9 with more drafting up down low. Who's going to lead the lap? It's going to be Burrow by half a car length over Justin Knight. Now, could this be an indicator of what we're going to see at the finish here later today? Maybe a side-by-side battle to the finish line. Alex Stewart gets underneath Justin Knight and will move by as they come off turn number 2. Luke Rain, the 22, he needs 5 bonus points. He's just in the chase cutoff. A great result and some bonus points could be big for him to try and make the chase. He's pushing Alex Stewart by Justin Knight, hoping that 46 maybe slides up off turn number 3 and the 22 can take advantage. And we'll see, does Alex Stewart move up? Can Luke Rain stay to the bottom lane? Off of 3. Luke Rain looking low on the 46 of Alex Stewart. Gets down there. Can he hold off Riley Spirit to get the lap led? Down the front stretch. Luke Rainey in the 22 will lead the lap. 5 bonus points for the Penske number 22 team. Luke Rainey leads at lap 7. Off into turn 1. Now here comes Riley Spirit in the 78. Coming to the bottom lane. Gets a little tight. Luke Rainey stays out front for now. Spirit trying to stay clear of Max Anderson. The 99 gets to the quarter panel of the 78, trying to drag him back. And the 99 gets beside the 78 down the backstretch. Luke Rainey can get up here and lead another lap and get 5 bonus points for leading the most laps. See if we can get that done. Max Anderson, the 99, with a great run. He gets by Riley Spirit as they go off into turn number 3. He clears the 78. Code Luigi up to 3rd. 19 Jake Galloway to 4th. Johnny Gardner 5th on the inside. Anderson trying to cut Code Luigi off the 42, saying, no, don't do that, but he had to check up there. We'll move up high. So here comes Jake Galloway in the 19 down low. Galloway with a great run. Anderson keeps 2nd. Luke Rain keeps the race lead. 7 laps of racing to go at the Brickyard. Jake Galloway, Code Luigi side by side for 3rd. Johnny Gardner, Eli Bryant in the bottom lane, along with Jonathan Beeford and Colton Yo. Greg Lee a little bit further back, and I think that's Carson Bowers in the 33 that I see a little bit further back there. Single file at the front, down the backstretch. Front 2 cars trying to break away. Max Anderson pushing Luke Rainey away. Jake Galloway's 3rd, trying to give the 99 some help. But Galloway pulls low for himself. Side by side for a 2nd behind the 22 of Luke Rainey. Galloway going to take it, and now he can try and go for the race off of turn number 3. But Luke Rainey with a great run stays clear. We're coming to 6 laps of racing to go. Rainey clear, and he could get 5 bonus points to lead the most laps. The problem is, if he was going to have to, get shuffled out, he would have done it as soon as he got to the race lead. Now he has to stay up here and try and hold them off. If he gets shuffled back now, there is a slim chance that he would get back up here and get a good finish. So Luke Rainey desperately needs to keep these guys by him. But here comes Jake Galloway to the inside of the 19. Gets beside Luke Rainey and will get by him as they come off turn number 2. Eli Brent, the 88 with the run. Where does he go? He stays low with the 19. Buford goes low, and Luke Rainey has no help up top. Galloway will get by and clear Luke Rainey easily with all the help down low. Here comes Eli Brent, the 88, looking low. Couldn't get down there. Galloway shut the door. Coming to 5 laps to go. Big mark in this race. If they get to this mark, if the yellow were to come out, the race would be official. Off of 4, they're going to make it to that line. 5 laps of racing to go in the Indiana 250. front four gets single file, led by Jake Galloway, Eli Bright, Jonathan Buford, and Colton Yo. Eli looking low in the 19, gets down there off into turn 1. Side by side with Galloway as they come off turn number 1. Eli Bright clears easily. But here comes Jonathan Buford in the 41 looking low down the back. He gets down there with all the help. 88 with no help. Buford and Eli Bright side by side. Colton Yo on the 2 is there. He gets to 3rd. Greg Lee to 4th in the 6 car. Jonathan Buford. He clears. Now moves up. Here comes the 2 of Colton Yo looking low. Colton does get down there. We're coming to 4 laps of racing to go. 4 laps left here at Indianapolis. Colton Yo leads. Greg Lee is up to 2nd now in the 6 car. Carson Bowers 3rd on the inside. TJ Hanley in the 44. 4th on the inside. Matt Hamill's 5th on the inside. Yo gets clear. Greg Lee slides up. And that's going to be a battle for 2nd behind Colton Yo. As Carson Bowers gets by the 6 as they come off turn number 2. 3.5 laps of racing to go at the Brickyard. Colton Yo ahead of his teammate Carson Bowers. TJ Hanley trying to get up here and win another one this season. He's going for 2nd. Matt Hamill behind in the 8. Bowers gets down line 2nd. Now he's going to be trying to attack the 2, his teammate Colton Yo. TJ moves up the track. Matt Hamill looking low. That's for 30. Gets down there. Meanwhile, Bowers trying to get beside Colton Yo down the front stretch. 3 laps of racing to go this time. To the stripe. 3 laps left in the Indiana 250. Colton Yo leads. Bowers, his teammate, in 2nd. Matt Hamill trying to get beside Hanley and get by him for 3rd. And Gustavo Rocha up to 4th. Danny Lloyd 5th. Joey Trickle going for 6th. Landon Lyons in the 90. Single file for the front few. Down the back, does the 8 help the 33 out? Bowers trying to get a run. Matt Hamill behind. Rocha, Danny Lloyd, all single file at the front. 6th place is the first battle. Joey Trickle. Danny Lloyd for 4th on Gustavo Rocha. The 0-1 blocks that off. We're coming to 2 laps to go now in the Brickyard. And Bowers still looking low. Trying to get down there. Trying anything he can to get up here to the front. 2 laps left here in the Indiana 250. Colton Yo leads a single file train with his teammate behind him. 2 laps left in the Indiana 250. Bowers looking low in the 33. He gets down there. And does anyone go with the 2 now? They go high. Who gets low? Rocha gets low. Hamill and Colton Yo stuck up top. Bowers trying to get up in front of his teammate Colton Yo. He does down the backstretch. 1 lap and a half left of racing. Carson Bowers clears. Rocha gets to 2nd. Danny Lloyd in the 21. Landon Lyons in the 90 on the bottom lane. Here comes the 0-1 of Rocha. We're coming to the white flag in the Indiana 250 in Indianapolis. 1 last lap as they come off of 4. Rocha clears, moves up. Daniel Lloyd to the bottom lane, the 21. To the white flag. We're on the final lap in Indianapolis. Who gets back around to win it? Side by side. Rocha, Lloyd. Danny Lloyd in the bottom lane is the advantage. They come off turn number 1. He clears. He moves up. Landon Lyons in the 90 now down low. Gets beside the 21. Down the backstretch. Then we side by side the 90 with more help. Andrew Miller in 3rd. This could be the place for him to be. If the 90 moves up off turn number 3, the 52 could take advantage. Off into turn number 3 for the final time here today. Landon Lyons is clear. Miller in the 52 looking low as they come off of 3 into turn number 4. They are side by side off of turn number 4. Andrew Miller in the 52 gets clear of Landon Lyons, trying to pull him to the finish line. To the stripe, side by side. Miller will win it with the push. Andrew Miller has just won here in Indianapolis over Landon Lyons in the 90 car. How about that? 2nd in points, has been very consistent, but has not won yet this season. And he gets a win before the chase. Andrew Miller beats out Landon Lyons in a side-by-side finish by about a car length. The push from the 24 of Charles Robert definitely helped Miller get to that win. Congratulations to Andrew Miller on a great victory. Let's now go check the finishing results. Here are the finishing results from the Indiana 250 at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. There were no caution flags. 10 lead changes, 11 different drivers led this race. Andrew Miller led the 1 lap that counted, the last one to get the victory lane after starting 24th. Landon Lyons ends up 2nd, lost it by about half a tenth there. Charles Robert from the pole ends up 3rd, didn't even lead lap. Luke Rain, tied for most laps led, ends up 4th, leading 3 laps. Somehow got back down to the bottom lane. And Danny Lloyd ends up 5th. Then Jonathan Buford 6th, Gustavo Rocha 7th, Bill Seaman 8th, Carson Bowers 9th, Jennifer Buford rounds up the top 10. There's your top 20. Colton Young also tied for the most laps led with 3. He ends up 11th. So Richard Childress Racing had a pretty good day here at Indianapolis. Danny Lloyd ends up 5th, Bowers in 9th, Jeffrey Beaver 10th, Colton Young 11th. That's a very good day for Richard Childress Racing here at the Brickyard. There's 21st to 40th, as all 42 cars were finished on the lead lap and in that pack at the end. Let's now go look at the points. One last race until we get to the chase, and here are the points standings. Andrew Miller takes it back over from Danny Lloyd, who is now 2nd. William Seaman falls to 3rd. Lawrence Poundpond 4th, and Landon Lyons rounds out the top 5. Luke Ramp to 6th. Joey Trickle 7th. Sebastian Kukulon 8th. Johnny Gardner 9th, and Stephen Baker rounds out the top 10. There's your top 20, and this wild card fight is going to be incredible. Adam McDowell is 17 points out of the top 10. He has 2 wins, so he's one of the wild cards. The next wild card would go to Clayton Thomas with 2 wins in 15th, but he's only 9 points out of Matt Hamill has 2 more wins. Roach and Jay Jefferson both have a win. If they win at Richmond, that could change it all around, but anything can happen. We could have Adam McDowell get into the top 10, move someone else out. And they have some drivers trying to fight to get into the top 10 in points. William Bones only 24 points away from that. Jonathan Beefer about 40 points. Greg Lee 41. Clayton Thomas is only 49 back. Matt Hamill 58 back of that mark. So those drivers can still definitely still get in if they were to have great finishes at Richmond. And the rest, and I think most of these drivers knowing that they're not going to have a shot at the chase. Jennifer Beeford, Max Harrison, Jonathan Wong, Justin Knight, Jake Galloway, Isaac Nichols, all winners down here below the top 20 in points. Now, I don't know if they're going to be able to get up there and get ahead of the drivers with 2 wins, even if they won at Richmond. So their luck is all but lost at this point in the season. Final race before we get to the chase. It's held at Richmond, the Toyota Care 250. Who's going to make the chase? I'll see you guys then.